Howdy ho, ladies and joes. This is Froggy22, and I've been messing around with my Twitch save slot a little bit to work on an auto chop saw. And finally, I've got it to a point to where I really like it. In my Twitch live streams, they were kind of okay, it was kind of here and there, and finally, I think I've got it to a point where I really like it. And so I'm going to go ahead and share it with you and do a quick show and tell, basically. This isn't a tutorial, it's more of kind of just a look or whatever. But you can go ahead, look at it, copy it, do whatever. I'm sure that there is already a design out here. I'm not claiming this as my own or anything else because I can almost guarantee this is probably one of the easiest setups that you can do, and I bet someone else has built it as well. So I take no credit for this whatsoever. This is just what I've built, and I'm showing it off. Now, the cost of it. This is kind of cheap and kind of not cheap. What you need to keep in mind is that some of the stuff that I use here is over on the island where you can obtain blue wood. It's at Link's Logic Shop is where I get a lot of the logic pieces that I use in this mechanism. And so actually the total cost, including our chop saw right here in front of us, is 79,600 monies, or whatever the currency is, in-game currency, whatever it might be, the credits, I guess. But it costs that much, so it's not real cheap, but definitely, whenever you get it working, it's nice to have, because all you have to do is put in a big piece of wood, and it goes out, and it's chopped, it's in half, it's ready to go through your sawmill, and you just have to sit back and relax. Now, like I said, it does work pretty good, and in fact, a lot better with some bigger pieces of wood than your pine trees or your cherry trees. Excuse me, I couldn't come up with the words. And so that's really what a lot of them are really good at, and especially this system here. So without further ado, let me go ahead and shove one of these pieces in here just so we can get a look at how this thing works from the outside. So first off, it triggers the first laser. Oh, okay, this one's too short. Whoopsie. All right, let's go ahead and get rid of this piece. We don't need that piece. Let's try another piece that's longer. Let's try this one. Okay, so let's try this again. So the first piece goes in, and it triggers our first laser right here, and it's going to keep going, keep going, keep going. Trigger our second one, and now the chop saw goes down. Now, we wait a little bit of time, and now it opens, and it goes straight on through. Sometimes they will get stuck, and really the only downside to this is that you end up getting like stripes on your wood. But most of the time it ends up going through, and I mean, I'm not going to see this for much longer. It's about to go through the sawmill. Now, let's go ahead and grab one that is pretty long. Hopefully this one is long enough. I think it will be. So I'll go ahead and put this down. I don't know if it will or not, but we'll hurry up and run back around so we can see the back end of it as well. Yeah, I think this is too short. Yep. So, definitely what you can do as well is go ahead and move your lasers up more if you want shorter pieces or whatever. I kind of have it configured to work well with this koa wood and the lava wood. Now, let's get rid of this piece. Come on, get out of here. Alright, so if you give me a quick second, I'm actually going to get this thing back under control again and get another big piece of wood, and I'll see you guys just in a second. Okie doke, so here we are again, and get this out of the way. So it comes in, it triggers it. Hope you see all this wire action going on. Finally, it cuts it and it moves on through. And I actually, okay, it did cut. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell if it did or did not cut, but most of the time it does. And like I said, the only real downside of this is that you get a bunch of stripes on it. But I have mine hooked up to the sawmill, and as soon as it goes through, it's just gone. You don't even have to worry about the stripes. So, let's go ahead and talk about this a little bit. Like I said, it's quite expensive, and that's kind of the only downside to it. I'm just going to show you some quick things with it, and if you guys need a tutorial, please let me know in the comment section of this video. This is kind of just more of a show and tell, and see if kind of the high-skilled people can go ahead and pick it up and go ahead and use this in their base design. So here we go. We have one laser right here. This laser, let's go back around. First off, both my lasers go into inverters. And so what these inverters do is just go ahead and change the signal. And so the signal goes in as a yes and out as a no. And then it goes into this AND gate. And that's on both my lasers here. Both go to inverters, then to the AND gate. So here's this wire from this laser going to the AND gate. And here's this one going into this AND gate as well. And so from this AND gate, it's going to go ahead and once both of them are triggered, it's going to go ahead and give out the same output on the back. So it's going to go to the saw, and as long as the wood is in between these two lasers, this saw is going to keep on sawing all day long, as long as it's between the two. And this other one as well, we also have another wire coming off of it, actually comes up to this conveyor belt and back down to our timers. And what our timers do is it runs through a sequence, and it lets basically this hatch door know when it's time to open and send our log on through. And so I have 2 of those, and both of those are set up to our full clock limit. And to go ahead and change the amount of time that's on it, press E with adjust delay. It's all the way at the top, on both of them. Both are full delays. And so it goes back out, like I said, to our hatch door, triggers our hatch door, and it opens, and our wood moves on out. Now, from the inverter in the front, I actually have it hooked up with this laser, and this laser takes a wire, and it runs it all the way down over here to another wire because it's not quite long enough to our front hatch door. And every time someone goes ahead or some log or something gets in the way, our front hatch door closes. So I hope this video helped you guys out so tremendously. This is kind of what I use. I'm just going to run through this one more time. Oh, and I was also kind of messing with this OR gate here. Don't worry about that. I'll let you know if I have an update to it at any other time. But once again, here is everything, and I'm just going to run through it real quick. And you just go ahead and pause the video whenever you need to go ahead and replicate it or whatever. And yeah, that is my automatic chop setup. And for one more time, actually that's too short, never mind. For not another time. But anyway, thank you guys so much for tuning into this, and I'm glad I went ahead and made this, making one person happy at least on this video. If you guys need a tutorial, like I was saying, go ahead and let me know in the comment section. And just a reminder, this costed 79,600 credits or monies or whatever. That includes the boat trip from here over to Link's Logic Store on the other island. That's an 800 ticket trip, 400 there, 400 back. Keep that in mind. Alright, and that's all I have for you guys. Thank you so much. Let me know any comments you might have from this system. Maybe you have an idea to improve this system. Either way, I'd really like to hear them. Thank you guys so much for staying tuned, and let me know if you have any problems or any questions. See you guys later.